It's so animalistic and kind of rugged and coaly and graphite, and it's just got all this intensity to it. Hello, welcome to a Rome review. My name is Thomas. Peace and blessings to you all. I've got 24 of my latest releases, so I'm going to do a countdown of what I think's worst to best. These releases have came in the last kind of year. I just haven't got time to do. I've been trying to do like a review on each one of them, but I just haven't got time. So I'm just going to break it down from the worst release to what I think's the best release. And there's a little bit of a twist at the top because I don't think the three at the top come in with the rest of the stuff. So let's crack on. The first one, number 24, which is what I think's the worst out of this bunch, is Coach Open Roads. There's not much I can really say about this other than it's this kind of lavender peppery thing. They've tried to do like a Ventus Sauvage type thing, but it's just not very pleasant on my skin. Even in the air, there's something about it which I don't care much for it. A little bit of screechy kind of stuff going on for it. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, and this is number 24. Number 23 is Burberry Hero EDP version. What they've done here is they've taken the original EDT version. They've tried to kind of do a stronger with you, like a 1 million kind of thing in with it. They've tried to richen it, thicken it up a little bit, but it's just boring. It's just a boring scent. It's got half decent longevity to it, but other than that, it's just boring. They haven't done anything out of the ordinary with it. Yeah, it just doesn't capture your imagination, I'm afraid. I just don't like it. So that's Burberry Hero EDP at number 23. Number 22 is Issey Miyake Bois Arctic. This is such a shame. I was kind of looking forward to this one. I was quite looking forward to this one quite a bit, and I know that the dude's passed away sadly, and he's not with us anymore. And I would have liked something on the release which would have been like much better than this. And this is, yeah, it just doesn't capture imagination at all. It's just the real problem I do have with this scent. It's like they've got another one. I think it's the Issey Miyake Nui, which is similar to this, and it's got vanilla and a bit of tobacco and stuff in it as well. But it's just so finely done. There's just nothing to it. It on my skin. It just disappears instantly, like 20 minutes, and I kind of plumb and smell it like so. Massive letdown. It doesn't have any. Just doesn't smell of anything. It's just weak, really weak, and it's sad. So that's it. Number 22, Issey Miyake Bois Arctic. Number 20. Number 20 is Davidoff Cool Water Reborn. Yeah, bit of rosemary. But galabdinum, I think that's how you say it, and vetiver in this. It's light, it's fresh, it's pleasant. It is pleasant. Again, performance isn't that great. It's a shower jelly kind of thing going on. Nothing amazing, nothing brilliant. Performance very average on it. It does smell okay though. I do quite like the smell of it. It's nothing amazing. It's just very average. That was number 21. That's Cool Water Reborn. 20, sorry. Number 19 is Carolina Herrera Hot Rhubarby. So there's got this rhubarb thing going on with a bit of leather and a bit of sandalwood. It's all right. It's not bad actually. It's a tier up from the last four. pretty much, I think, am I 19 or number 20? So yeah, when I'm counting backwards, I'm not very good, like, so I'm just going to put the bottles on the screen, the numbers on, so I don't get all confused with me numbering. But yeah, this isn't too bad, actually. This is not bad. It's got something a little bit different. It's quite fresh. It's got this like rhubarb thing going on, so it's a little bit fruity and a little bit of leather in there as well. So it's still average. I mean, the performance is average as well, so it doesn't raise it above everything else. It's got this little bit of pepper thing going on as well. So a pepper, a bit of rhubarb, a bit of sandalwood, and a bit of leather. So yeah, it's worth checking out, having a spray in the shop and seeing what you think. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, going backwards. I think it's number 20, or could be number 19, but I'll put it on the screen. Next up is Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal Pour Homme, the parfum version. Geranium, tonka bean, and sandalwood. It's a very, very sweet fragrance. Very, very much like the original. It doesn't have the caramel note in it, says, but it's very, very sweet. Almost virgin on the, like, kind of a little bit too sweet for me. I do like sweet fragrances, but it's horrible off the top of off the plastic. You know, it's strange sometimes when you get like samples like this, the plastic gives off this kind of rotten rubber kind of thing. Yeah, it's not very nice, so you got to obviously spray it in your skin and spray anything. But yeah, this is let's stop right off there. Yeah, it's not bad on the skin. It's not bad. It's got this. It does have the I'm saying it doesn't have, in the notes it doesn't have the caramel thing, but still, it's like the original with the caramel, you know, the sugar kind of notes and stuff like that, and it's a sweet fragrance. So it's okay. It's okay. If you're liking sweet fragrances, you'll probably love it. So I will give it that. So yeah. So that's. Next up is Joop Homme Leap. I think it's called Leap. Eau de Parfum. Eau de Parfum. Cinnamon, hazelnut. This is sweet. It's got honey in it. Yeah, if you like in your sweet stuff, tonka bean, sandalwood. It's got a load of stuff, cardamom and everything like that. This is another, like the previous one, the Scandal. This is another very sweet. Very sweet. It's got similarities to the original, so if you like the original and you want something a bit thicker, a bit more juicy, then this is full of juice. You will love, obviously, the juice in this one. It's very a pink juice. Slightly synthetic, but then again, the original was synthetic as well, so you got to take it for what it is. Pretty cheap as well. I think, you know, if you can get around the £30 mark or something like that, then I think you've got a bit of a bargain, especially if you like this kind of fragrance. It smells alright. It smells pretty good if you like very sweet, kind of youthful kind of fragrances like the Scandal, which was previous. So yeah, I think they're both in the same kind of ballpark. I probably prefer this one a little bit more. That's why it's lower down on the list. Alright, so that's Joop Homme Parfum. Next on the list is Calvin Klein Defi, D-E-F-Y. It's the eau de parfum version anyway. This is orange, pepper, suede, saffron or leather, whatever that is, and vetiver. So as you can see from the bottle there, I've kind of been enjoying this one, probably more than I should have. When I first had a go of it, it's got this with it having the orange, the mandarin orange in it there. It along with not the vetiver, but the leathery aspects and the peppery aspects, it kind of creates this like a bit of a tropical kind of thing going on. And at first I thought it was like a bit coconutty and stuff, like, but obviously the more I've kind of worn it, the more I've like kind of went towards more of it's like the nice citrusy kind of tropical thing going into the leather, and it's actually half decent, like. And the performance of it for a Calvin Klein isn't too bad as well. So yeah, so it's actually all right. It's surprised us more than what I thought it would. I thought it would, when I first put it on, I was like, yeah, same old. But I've kind of grown a little bit more to enjoy it, and it's actually half decent. Like, so that's CKY Defi. That's the EDP version. Next on the list is a perfume called Cirrus. It's by indie house, I think it's called Summer Parfums. I'd heard a lot of good things about this house, and I was on my Hugh Hobbs subscription. This came up, so I thought, oh, I'll get it and try it out. Like the sample packs had sold out, so I couldn't get the sample packs, but I'd heard some good things. I watched a few reviews and few reviews on this, and I was a little bit disappointed by this one. Cirrus, I was expecting something maybe along the lines of Bois Imperial, which I absolutely love that. I think it's a really, really great fragrance. When you first put this on and when you smell it on the bottle, really, really nice. It's got this lovely lavender, a bit of cardamom there, and it smells really great. The problem with this one I have is the dry down on it. So it might just be my skin, might be different on other people, but when it does dry down on my skin, it kind of goes off. So it starts really, really nice. It's quite a good one for projection and stuff like that. It's quite fresh, lovely citrus, like I said, the lavender and stuff like that. So it starts off really, really good, and then the dry down on my skin, it dries down. It's like the inside of a garden bin liner, which it's just not that pleasant. It's just not that pleasant almost once it dries down. So disappointed. I'm looking forward to trying some of the others. I heard some of the others are really good, like Haley Khan, and there's one Nocturne or something like that. And so I'm looking forward to trying them when I get some samples, and I'll update you to see if I think they're better. Like, but yeah, slightly disappointed in that one. Like, so that's Cirrus from Summer Parfums. Next on the list is Dolce Gabbana Italian Love. This is a really very nice and realistic grapefruit. That's basically what you're getting here. There's some ozonic notes and some musky kind of stuff going on in the background. Really nice and fresh. It's got this kind of very ozonic touch to it, where it's very bright and it like kind of jumps off your skin really nice. So yeah, I quite like this. It's very fresh. It'd be great for summer. You can lash it on and you'll just feel like you've just rubbed grapefruits all over yourself. But if you do like grapefruits, this is something in the fruity kind of aspects of perfumery, then yeah, it's pretty good. It's like it says, the performance isn't that great, but it sits well on your skin. That's not on my skin, but it's in the air, and it smells good. Yeah, it's not bad at all. That's Dolce Gabbana Italian Love. Next one is Hermes H24, the EDP version, brand new release. I didn't get away with the first one that much. There was something in it. There was a mucky thing. I got a little bit of, but I could smell banana when I put it on. I don't want to smell like a banana, but this one I can't smell the banana. So this is like an earthy, a mossy kind of thing going on. You can smell the clary sage in it as well. It's quite fresh. It's a little bit richer, I think, than the first one. It's got a little bit more earth kind of stuff going on in there. So I'm not a massive fan of it, but I appreciate the perfumery in this, and I do. There's something in it that I do quite like, even though I kind of don't like it, which doesn't really make any sense. But it's definitely worth checking out, and it's something. It's unique. You know, it's along the it's like the orangey one, the Hermes Terre DMAs. I can't even say it like, but yeah. So it's along that. You know, it's along those lines of something which stands out. It's a bit more unique. That's why it's quite high up on the list. I'm not a massive fan of the smell of it, but I do appreciate stuff which makes you stand out a little bit more from the crowd, and you're not just smelling like everybody with Acodesian on. So that's Hermes H24, the EDP version. Next on the list is Yves Saint Laurent. It's L'Homme, the EDP version. Another flanker in amongst the myriad of a billion flankers which all smell the same. So this is bitter orange. I think it's cognac in it. It's got the lavender in it as well. It's nice. It smells great, but it just smells like all of the rest of them. You know, you got tweaks here and tweaks there, and I mean, it does. It smells. The thing is with all this, with this line, is that it all smells nice. You know, it smells classy. It just smells. You put it on, it smells good. You feel good when you're wearing it. But it just all smells the same. You know, there's a few which have went a few little different ways and stuff like that. But yeah, but it does smell nice. It's definitely worth having a sniff of it anyway. So that's YSL L'Homme EDP. Next up is 1 Million Elixir by Paco Rabanne.
Are you trying to shop for pepperoni?
No, I'm not trying to shop for pepperoni. What?
Sorry, I can't do that yet. Sorry, I can't tell what you want to order. Please try again.
Cut. That's me. Alexa. Oh, it's because I said Elixir. Set me Alexa off. I better be careful what I'm saying. Right. So 1 million Elex. Right. Right. Okay. This one. They went heavy on the vanilla with this one. There's a little bit of rose in there as well. They say there's apple in it, but I don't get any fruitiness from it. Like, not really. Maybe a touch like, but they've went heavy on the vanilla here. A touch of rose as well, and it's nice. It's really nice. It smells good. It doesn't smell like the original. It's not as heavy as that. It's much lighter, even though it's elixir. You would think that would be much heavier. It does have I can't smell the DNA of the 1 million in there. It does have that smell, but to me it's much lighter. It's not as kind of heavy and sugary and cakey as what the original 1 million was. So yeah, it's pretty good. 1 million elixir, well worth checking out. Next up is Juliet Has a gun. It's called Magnolia Bliss. This is a bit, it says it's for men and women, it says unisex and stuff like that, but this is definitely leaning more towards the feminine side of things. Like, it's very, very, very light, very floral. It's got a little bit of ginger there, petitgrain and lemon, there's nectarine, there's magnolia, which is a flower. I think everybody knows that. There's musk and brox and tonka bean and vanilla on the base. It smells really, really nice. Not something I would wear in particular, but I do like the smell of it. So if the opposite sex was smelling it, and it might be all right in a man, like, but I personally wouldn't wear it. Like, I think it's just too floral for it. And the florals are very much. You know, your mind is set. You know, rose and stuff like that for me now is something I think men can get away with, and maybe some other flowers like. But yeah, so it's really nice. I think it smells great. It's really well crafted, and it just smells good. Like, so that's Magnolia. It's called Magnolia Bliss by Juliet Has a gun. Next up is a Mancera, and it's called Fabulous Yuzu. And as you can probably guess, the main thing in this is the yuzu, which is a very citrusy, lovely, fresh lemon or something. I think it is, like, so it's really, really nice. It's really gorgeous. It lasts a long time as well. It's quite a very, very summery scent. It's very, very citrus heavy. It's got yuzu. It's got mandarin orange and lemon in it. There's cinnamon. It's got vetiver in it as well. Sandalwood, vanilla, and tonka bean. It smells really, really nice. It's along the lines of your Acqua di Gio kind of stuff. It's quite ozonic. It's you know, very fresh. And that Dolce Gabbana, which I was talking about before, which is the light blue one, the Italian love one, similarities to that, but it's much better quality and it lasts a lot longer as well. So if you like very, very citrusy, kind of musky, you know, a little bit woody in there as well, this is definitely worth checking out. Mancera do some really good perfumes. I really like them. Like, so that's Mancera Fabulous Yuzu. Next up is Mancera Jasmine Exclusive. This one here you'd probably think is like a nice light floral kind of thing going on, but this has got oud in it. So it's got the jasmine in it, it's got spices and bergamot, and it's got oud in it as well. So it's got that Mancera. It's got a little bit of Mancera darkness in it, you know, like not from maybe not from like the black gold and stuff like that in black to black, but it's got a touch of it in there, and it leathers it up a bit, and I think there's leather in there as well. So yeah, it's really nice. This one surprised us. It's got a little bit of floral touch going on there with the spices and the jasmine, but then it's got the oud as well. So it's definitely worth getting your nose on, having a sniff of it. And it's quite unique as well. I think it's it's got a touch of the Saharan wind kind of thing to it with the spices and all that kind of stuff. So, and I really do like that. And my mind has changed on that one. I do think that's an absolutely brilliant perfume. So this is along the same lines that I really like this as well. So it's Mon Guerlain Jasmine exclusive. On the next one is Armani Code, the parfum version. When I first sprayed it, I just went, right, okay, yeah, another designer fragrance, blah, 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 blah. And then I started going, wore my skin a few times. I've got a couple of mil left, like, wore my skin a few times, and I started going, yeah, all right. And then I wore it a couple more times, and I was like, yeah, digging it. And then I realised that if you've already got something like the Jean Paul Gaultier, the Le Parfum version, it's similar to that. So that's what I get. I get a similarity to that. So if you like those kind of things, then this is a kind of alternative to that. It's quite versatile as well. So whereas I think the Le Parfum, the Jean Paul Gaultier, is quite a sweet, rich kind of fragrance, more designed maybe for the going out at night time. This has got a little bit more versatility in it. I think it's got a bit more wearability during the day. Whether I like it more than the other one, the Jean Paul Gaultier Parfum, I don't know. I don't think so. I think I quite like the Jean Paul Gaultier a little bit better than this one, but I still think this is a good release. So that's Armani Code Parfum. Nice iris as well. It's got a nice iris thing going on there, and it smells like lavender, but it is. They say it's iris, but I get a lavender kind of thing from it anyway. That's Armani Code Parfum. Next up is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Boy. It's the Parfum version. Kind of similar to the last one I've just done, but it's got a coconut in it, a bit more tropical. It's still got iris in it, and it's got tonka bean and sandalwood in it as well. It's nice, it's sweet, it's a bit tropical, it lasts a long time, it's got good performance, and I think it smells really, really nice. I like wearing this. I've got the original Le Beau. I've got the original Le Beau, which I still wear. I think that's great as well, and I think this is up there with it. I think it's just as good, if not maybe a little bit richer, a bit more potent, and it might overtake it. So yeah, so that's Le Beau Le Parfum. Only a few left to go. Next up is Tom Ford Noir Extreme, the Parfum version. Haven't had this long, so I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but I know enough because I've had a couple of little wearings of it to know that it goes before all the other stuff I've talked about. It's lovely. It's similar to the original Tom Ford, although it's not quite as like old handbaggy. It's got this. Words are failing us at the minute because sometimes I get like off Noir du Noir and I get off like the Tom Ford Noir Extreme. I get this. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it smells like that. Sometimes it doesn't smell like that. How your senses change and all that kind of stuff. I get this like kind of like a grandma vibe off them. Yeah, it's just how I feel about it. This is a bit lighter. It's got like a little bit more lightness in it, so it doesn't kind of head down that way as much. Still a little bit, but I still think it smells really, really good. It's something which I really like the smell of, even though it's got them. I'm not, those aren't negative connotations, although you probably think that they are. It's just, it's just how you sometimes think about things. So yeah, I think it's a really good release. It's long lasting and it smells really, really nice. That's Tom Ford Noir Extreme. In number one spot, this is like kind of, there's three which come higher than this, but I can't put these in the same. The three there, I can't put in the same category for reasons I'll tell you about soon. So this is Cedric Bosley. It is Bosley, isn't it? Bosley Intense. Cedric Bosley. Yeah, it's got an E on it. It's lovely. It's really, really nice. Not a great deal, not massively different from the original Cedric Bosley, which I wasn't hooked on at first, but the more I've used it and the more I've been out, I've used it this summer when I've been exercising outdoors and stuff like that, and I've found it, the performance on it's incredible really on my skin, especially when you're hot and you've been doing stuff, and this is no different. So it's got this like really nice blackcurrant note in there somewhere, and it's got it's just really, really nice. It's just dead bright. It comes off your skin lovely. It smells fresh, and it also smells really well put together. So I really, really like it. I think it's a really good release. Cedric Bosley Intense. Right. So these last three I'm just going to put them into a different class because they're £280 a bottle, and all three of them are the new Le Mate, the Art, whatever it is called, on the Guerlain. So it's Cherry Oud, which is my favourite out of them. We've got Guerlain. There's one called KHOL, Col, Oud Col, and then there's also one called Oud Nude. The Oud Nude one is like a kind of like an ambery, woody kind of thing. It's got this raspberry kind of accord in it. At first I thought it was like a rose kind of thing, but it's not really a rose. It's not really a rose. It's this sweet, this oud, and there's like raspberry and stuff like that in it. So it's really, really nice. I do like it, but it's not my favourite, so that's at the back. The middle one is the Oud Col, which is Oud, K-O-H-L, but this is like the Oud, but it's got like this graphite kind of thing, so it's like smoky, and it's like, yeah, it's very, very different. It's, if you like resinous kind of smoky stuff, then this is definitely something. Pooh, it's strong. When you first put it on, it's like it's almost like coal. Very resinous, very smoky. It's like a graphite. You know, you get. I think it just smells great. I mean, it's very unique and it's very expensive, but it smells. It's kind of captivating. You know, it's like all of those other fragrances which I've just been talking about there are all like fragrances which, like, you put them on and you kind of go, oh yeah, lovely, I've just gotta go down the shops. This is, it's got there's an animalistic thing going on in there as well, and that's from the oud. It must be a bit barnyardy, but it's like this graphite kind of barnyardy thing going on. So it's a definite standout, and I do like it. And then there's my favourite, which is the Cherry Oud, which I've only got this, like, just the thing. I'm just gonna give myself a, yeah. This is just so nice. It's definitely 100% my favourite release of the year up to now. It melts all of this stuff here. That Oud Call is up. That's up with it, but it's just a totally different direction. Whereas this is a bit weird. It is a bit weird. It's like, whoa, what are you wearing? You're wearing weird perfume. Where this is just nice. It's subtle. It's got this cherry cake, you know, cherry bakewell cake thing, but then it's got the underlying bit of leather from the Guerlain, you know, the Cure Intense kind of thing, and it's so good. It's so good. I really, really rate that. I've already got a 30ml of it. I had to buy more. I'm not paying £280 for it, so I just got 30ml, and that'll last us until whenever I'll probably get sick of it, like I do most of my perfumes. But that's, I don't know how you could get that, the Oud Call. I don't know how you could get sick of it, because it's so animalistic and kind of rugged and coaly and graphite, and it's just got all this intensity to it. Brilliant stuff. If you watch, if you're still watching, well done. Thanks for watching, and peace and blessings to you all. And I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.